Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Casemiro. He gives them some real defensive steel in the middle of the park, Peter. What he's particularly good at is nipping opposition attacks in the bud and preventing them from getting any real momentum going. He's also a bit of a shooting threat from long range too, so opposing defences will have to beware of that, and very much so.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Ahmad. Bruno Fernandes, played out towards the right wing. It is a corner. So who's he picking out? Well, that was very necessary. Chance! This time, surely! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, he came away empty-handed in the end, but it was wonderful movement. Gusto.
Lobbed in behind. And that's put paid to a promising move. That's an excellent interception. It's gone out for a throw-in. Pedro Neto. And it's Cucurella. Ahmad. Can he stop it? Oh, that is asking for trouble. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Fofana. Chalobah. Caicedo. Fofana. Fernandes. James chooses to go cross-field. Pedro Neto. And it's Caicedo. And here's Palmer. It's... Oh, they could be caught out here. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Yoro, aim forwards. Diogo Dalot carries the ball down the right. Receives it in a good position here. Fernandes. Palmer. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
He's found a way through. Aimed in towards the centre. Fernandes. Chalobah. Pedro Neto is onto it in a flash. And he's managed to get free. Fofana gets over and intercepts. João Pedro. Fernandes.
Gusto.
And here's Palmer. Gets good distance on it. And it's Palmer. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Chalobah. Fernandez. Out to the left it goes. Played into space out wide. Diogo Dalot gets rid without sophistication. And now the breakaway. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Shaw driving forward. Real chance!
Shaw really made the tough part look easy, and the easy part very complicated.
Now it's Palmer. And here's Fernandes. Nice control. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Been repelled. And the shot! Cucurella. Oh, it's played into the area. Shaw gets it clear. And it's Palmer. Towards the flank. Short changes him with that pass. That'll be a throw. Fernandes. Now it's João Pedro. And the ball's come loose here. Played out to the right. Played back in. James. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Manchester United, but Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
And he shoots! It's a loose ball. Tries a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Gusto, gently done. Fernandes. Oh, that's a nice ball. Oh, good spread. Lovely bit of skill. And it's James. And here's Fernandes. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Could be danger, chance for a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Defending of the desperate variety. There's the shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. And that has been cleared. Moved on forwards. Ahmad. Shaw. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Played into the middle. He's being... Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish. So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And it's Gusto. And they've got a throw. Palmer. Casemiro. Menu. And it's played forward. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Palmer hurtling down that right flank. Gusto. And here's Palmer. Oh, such a clever touch. Time to deliver. Palmer gets a cross in. Cleared without complication. Palmer. Palmer showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's João Pedro. James. And it's Gusto. Palmer looking to run onto it. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto! He has done it! They have come roaring back. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
That's really well manoeuvred. Casemiro. They played cross-field, changing the point of attack. That is a great pick-out. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes delivers. Bruno Fernandes goes short. Bruno Fernandes. Chalobah gets it away. Shaw. Looking for a decent ball in. Shaw delivers.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot. Now it's João Pedro. Fernandes spread out to the left. And the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Menu. Ahmad. Pedro Neto. And here's Fernandes. Great chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Only partially clear. Shaw looking to get on the end of this. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And that has been clubbed away. It'll be a throw-in. Nicely intercepted. And here's Fernandes. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Delivered with swing. And the keeper has it. James. And it's Gusto. He's in plenty of space here. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Gusto. Fofana forwards and with intent. Gusto. And here's Palmer. Calmly anticipates. Casemiro does really well to win the ball there. Menu. Yoro. Maguire shifted upfield. Menu. Palmer. Caicedo. Cucurella. That's really well manoeuvred. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's found support out wide. And it's Cucurella. And here's Neto. Deep cross.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much erased.
Diogo Dalot. Ahmad. Diogo Dalot. Now here's the delivery. Nice looking ball. Now it's Palmer. He is just caressing the ball. Gusto looking to hit the byline here. And it's Gusto. Lovely feet. Decent chance! Diogo Dalot. Manchester United going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Chalobah cuts it out. Fernandes. James forwards and with intent. João Pedro. Bruno Fernandes. Well, that's well seen too. Fofana. Great work on the overlap. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Bruno Fernandes. João Pedro. Cucurella. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. That's good play. A chance to play it in. Oh, sweet feet. Tries to get it clear. Caicedo laid out to the left flank. Pedro Neto. Oh, smashing header! No, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Yoro aimed forwards. Yoro, gently done. Bruno Fernandes. Moved on forwards. And he cuts out the supply. Gusto. James, who's set up one goal so far. Out to the right. Pedro Neto. And he decides to cross it. And he's there to get it away. Fofana. And it's James. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And here's Palmer. James. Fernandes. James. Palmer. Now it's Schwab. Goes for a shot! Yoro. Matheus Cunha. And it's played forward. Chalobah, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. James. Gusto. Palmer. Bruno Fernandes. Matheus Cunha. Shaw. Casemiro. Menu. Played over towards the opposite flank. Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto has found the net here, of course. Played with finesse. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Pedro Neto. It's a mighty effort! It's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Played out to the right. Gusto. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. James. Over to the left. Pedro Neto. Well, played right into his path. Takes a shot! Sticks it away! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
So the lead now is 2.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
We get a throw-in. Casemiro wins the duel this time. Menu, aim forwards. Oh, good spread. And it's Dalot. Diogo Dalot, and that's aimed into the middle. Palmer. Gusto. Caicedo. Chalobah. Fernandez. Cucurella forwards and with intent. Cucurella. And he welcomes it in. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Ahmad. Ahmad. Muscular approach does pay off here. Pedro Neto. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. James. And it's Gusto. Maguire. Yoro. Casemiro. And here's Ahmad. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Ahmad really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's really well manoeuvred. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Ahmad. Bruno Fernandes. Out to the left it goes. Cross goes in there. Played in, but climbs up big! And the finish! And he has kept it out somehow.
Meno clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he's there to clear it. Fofana shifted upfield. And he's on a charge. He has found the way through. Out for a throw. Bruno Fernandes. Yoro. Maguire. There's the whistle for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. We're underway again. No changes at the interval from either side. Ahmad. Maguire. And it's Dallo. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Now it's Ahmad. Oh, that's nice. And here's Ahmad. Fernandez. Palmer. Fofana. Chalobah. Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Spread out to the left. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Chalobah, and it goes cross-field. James. That's good running with the ball. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto has been caught there, it's a foul. Pedro Neto! That's not going far. Now who's going to be first to this? Gusto proves just a little bit too strong. And it's hoisted clear. Palmer, a real chance! And for sure, that was not one of his best. Casemiro. Yoro looks to the other side. Shaw chasing after it. Great run on the overlap here. Hit into the middle. That wasn't the greatest of balls. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Fernandez. James, gently done. Shaw does really well to win the ball there. Menu. Out to the left it goes. Shaw could try cutting inside here. He's had a shot! In he goes again! Goal! The second half sparks straight into life. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Manchester United get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Fernandez. And it's Palmer. pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Bruno Fernandes. Shaw. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Chalobah. Played out to the right. Out to the right. And here's Palmer. Moved on forwards. Bruno Fernandes. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. And that has found him in acres of space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Shaw, aim forwards. That's a cute ball. Danger averted for now. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Out to the right. And it's Palmer. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. That had too much on it. Over to the left. Shaw. Matheus Cunha. Great defending, strong and determined. Defending of the desperate variety. João Pedro. And it's Palmer. Fernandes. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Palmer, oh, good spread. Casemiro wins the duel this time. Shaw. Played towards the other side. Diogo Dalot. Now he's off and running. Oh, perfectly measured that. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, not the best of headers. Caicedo. Chalobah, gently done. Cucurella. That's really well manoeuvred. João Pedro. Out to the left it goes. Tries a measured ball. Palmer. And it's played forward. Now it's Ahmad. Played out to the right. Cucurella. Fofana. Spread out to the left. Diogo Dalot gets across to intercept that. Now it's Ahmad. Out to the right. Cross in, looks like a good one. Pedro Neto. And it's Fernandez. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Fofana. James. Oh, shooting chance! Matheus Cunha. Shaw. Diogo Dalot is onto it in a flash. And it's Dalot. And here's Ahmad. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Manchester United really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Menu.
That's really good energy being shown by some of those forwards out there, keeping that defence honest.
Yeah, can see that.
One stray pass, that might be all they need here.
Could move up a gear here. Palmer. James. Fernandez. Fofana, and he goes cross-field. Caicedo. Fernandez. James. Chalobah forwards and with intent. Manchester United have reclaimed it. Ahmad. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Searching pass he's played there. Casemiro, and played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro played out towards the right wing. Ahmad. Oh, good spread. Diogo Dalot played into the box. Chalobah getting this one clear. Cucurella. James. Chalobah shifted upfield. Cucurella. Caicedo tries to dink it through. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Menu forwards and with intent. Fofana has given away a free kick. Mathias Cunha. Mathias Cunha! Cucurella. Gusto. James. Fofana, gently done. Shaw. Menu, played over towards the opposite flank. And the shot! He's got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Yoro. João Pedro. That has been cut short. Ahmad. Mathias Cunha. Maguire. Moved on forwards. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Cucurella chooses to go cross-field. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Proves too strong. Chalobah concedes a free kick for that. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Now he's got space here. Fofana. Cucurella. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Palmer. Cucurella. And it's played forward. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. James. That's really well manoeuvred. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Can he get onto this? Now it's Ahmad. Caicedo does well to get it back. Caicedo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Caicedo, aim forwards. Now it's João Pedro. Over to the left. James. Caicedo. João Pedro. Fernandes, played out to the left flank. That's a cute ball. That is a brilliant interception. Moved on forwards. Well read, nice interception. Fofana, and the keeper's got it again. Sanchez sends that a long way. James. Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Shoots! He's got away with one there.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
And it's played forward. Menu does really well to win the ball there. Pedro Neto. He is through here. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Chalobah. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Caicedo. Now this could be a chance. Big chance! Really well cleared. Shapes to shoot! Caicedo. Menu getting this one clear. Caicedo. Lovely shot at goal! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
It's a clearance, but not much of one. There are a few waiting for it.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win.
Shot, surely! And somehow he managed to miss it. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. And it's gone back to the keeper. Fofana. Caicedo. Caicedo forwards and with intent.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And they can counter here. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Caicedo. Cleared away.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Pedro Neto. And he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. special. And now he has two. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Bruno Fernandes. Out to the right. And it's Dallo. And here's Ahmad. Casemiro. Ahmad. And he's been booked for simulation.
Yeah, it's a good spot. I think the replays will prove he was 100% correct with that decision.
Nice physical challenge.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Shaw. Ahmad. Menu. Succumbs to the pressure.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Menu.
Manchester United really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Fofana. Gusto shifted upfield. Palmer. Fernandes. Pedro Neto looks to the other side. Now it's Palmer. Gusto.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Played out wide. Shaw. Now here's the delivery. Cucurella can get it clear. Time for a change in personnel. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he could feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Oh, it's come loose. And a chance! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, that's the response the crowd were looking for, Peter, and it's applause all round us here.
James. I think we're just about done here. James. Chalobah forwards and with intent.
Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending a lead. They've got to get it up the pitch.
Shaw, now he's off and running. He's got away. Gusto gets in to thwart him. Gets it away. Yoro. Casemiro, played out to the right. Picks it up out wide. Diogo Dallo. This could be their final throw of the dice. And it's been taken short. Showing good feet. They need to get it in quick. Cross. And that's been well dealt with.
Manchester United really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Euro. Menu. And it's Shaw. Shaw looking for a runner. And he's cut it out.
Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Bruno Fernandes, spread out to the left. It's run loose here. Menu.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Fernandes, it's an imaginative pass.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Palmer. And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Shaw. Oh, played through for the wide man. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Matheus Cunha. Casemiro. Shaw. Ambitious ball here. And he's straight offside. Keeper's got good distance on that. Played out to the right. Chance for a cross, maybe now or never. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That's a good ball. Fernandes. Caicedo. Diogo Dalot cuts out the pass. Ahmad. Diogo Dalot picks it up now. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. Fernandes. Oh, super find. Ahmad, and it's Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, probing pass. Euro. And there goes the final whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, I guess it's a result that's best described, Peter, as routine. A good balance of organisation, discipline and endeavour.